And welcome to Gaming News Abridged, your weekly gaming news show, but faster. Our top story tonight. Xbox is reportedly working on a handheld that will somehow be out in 2025. This is likely going to compete with the Steam Deck, not so much the Switch 2. I mean, it could compete with the Switch 2, but just based on the way Xbox is branching out over the cloud services. I'm guessing they're more trying to compete with the Steam OS or get a handheld with Windows on it. But we'll see how that goes. In other news, Starfield is reportedly making its way to PlayStation. This was revealed in an update on the Starfield website with the PlayStation logo. So, still no announcement on a date, but it's interesting that, yeah, more Xbox exclusives are going on to different platforms. In an interesting story, the Nintendo Alarmo, or alarm clock that Nintendo released for some reason a few months ago, a teardown of it revealed that the little menu selector is actually made with a Hall effect sensor. This is actually a magnetic sensor compared to the physical sensors that were in the Joy-Cons in the original Switch. There is speculation that these Hall effect sensors will be in the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. So you see, I know I've got a PlayStation 5 controller here. So regular sensors that they have in the Joy-Cons are just physical, so they wear down over time. So what happens is you'll do this, and then the character will continue moving in that direction. That's called stick drift. With Hall effect sensors, it's a magnetic sensor, so there's no wear and tear, and they last a lot longer, and they're more accurate. So it would be a better option if they went with Hall effect sensors for the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. But we'll see if they do. Speaking of the Nintendo Switch 2, there is still speculation that it might be coming sooner rather than later. Nintendo has announced that they are going to be having a new store grand opening in San Francisco, so it's going to be a brand new Nintendo store. That's happening on May 15th. And there is some speculation that that could also be the day of the release of the Switch 2. Now, that would be a relatively quick release from after the April 2nd event, but that would be pretty awesome. They still need to release on the April 2nd event. They need to announce some games to get people hyped up for it if they're going to have a release that quickly, but I wouldn't put it past them. Seems like Nintendo is really working hard on this release and really wants it to go perfectly. And there's also reports that as of January, they'd shipped about 300,000 Switch 2 units into North America. We're now in March, so they might be working on this. They might already have a bunch of Switch 2s ready to go, and they're trying to get ahead of it. Like when the Switch came out and they had all the supply chain issues and no one could get one for the first few years. It was a pain in the ass. I think it probably will be end of May, but if they do May 15th, coinciding with the grand opening of the San Francisco store, that also does make sense. Hopefully on the April 2nd, they announce some games that we get as launch titles, but we'll see about that. But that was Gaming News Abridged. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below. And one thing of dire importance, tune in next week.